Welcome to CITC 2337 Lab 2.1 video for setting up DFS. The objectives for this lab is to install DFS namespace, to install DFS replication, to configure DFS namespace, set up shared folders on server A and server B, create a namespace on the two servers, configure DFS replication, create a replication group, and set up server A and server B as the primaries.
So let's begin with this lab. The first thing we'll be doing is installing DFS namespace and replication under server A. So let's go to manage, add roles and features, role based or feature based installation. Next, select a server from the server pool. Yes. Next. Alright, then it'll be under file and storage services. DFS namespace, add the remote management, DFS replications, and that's all we need. So hit next. So restart if required, and then install. Alright, so we just gotta wait for this to finish installing real quick. Alright, so it finished installing. Let's go ahead and hit close. Just minimize the server manager. The next thing we want to do is create a couple of folders. So let's go over to File Explorer. And then under the C drive. And then in here, let's do Home, New Folder, and let's do Team 1. Actually, it's going to be projects, so let's do projects. And then new folder under the projects, and let's do team 1 now. And then we're going to go ahead and create team 2, and then for team 1, let's open that up. Let's add a text file. Call it team 1 project file. Let's go back. Name this team 2 project file. Okay. So what we want to do now is share both of these. So let's do properties, sharing, advanced sharing, share this folder, and then we're going to be doing the share names. And since this is team 1, we're going to do team 1 project for this. And then permissions, we're going to leave that be and apply, hit OK. And do the same thing with this. Actually, let me just double check the name of this project. Okay. Alright, now since we shared it, let's go ahead and edit the content real quick to this is the team 1 project file. Close and save. And do the same thing for the other one. This is the team 1 project file, and we'll be coming back to this later in the lab to verify our installation and setup. Okay, so we shared it, we added the folders and created the content, pretty much everything we need to do for setting up initially for the share folders. Let's move on to server B, and we do the exact same thing, installing and setting it up. Alright, so let's do add roles and features in server B, role based, yep, under file and storage services, okay. And make sure we have file server checked. Next, restart permitted. don't think it will because it didn't do it in server A in so long, but we just do it anyways. Alright, and then just pause this video and we'll skip ahead to after the. Okay, so the installation just finished for server B, and we have DFS replication and namespace installed. Now what we want to do is create a folder in C drive, and we'll name it data on server B, and let's open it up. Let's do new folder, team 1, and then team 2. Let's open up inside of it, do text document real quick, and do team 1 data file, and same thing, team 2 data file, and like I said, as for server A, we'll be using it for later purpose and verification. And then do sharing, advanced sharing, share this folder, and we're going to name it team 1 data, apply, okay, and then same thing over here, properties, sharing, share folder, team 2 data, apply, okay. And then this is the team 2 data file. Oop, well, actually, it's team 1, not team 2. This is the actual team 2 data file. Whatever, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next step, which is installing namespace onto server A. Alright, so we actually installed namespace. What we want to do here is just set it up. So let's do tools, DFS management, and then open that and see them both empty. So namespace, new namespace. And then we had to browse to the server that we want to use, and we just want to use the current server that we are in. Shouldn't have to do that. Guess it's gonna make me okay. Maybe it has something to do with username class 2050. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so I got that all sorted out, and let's just select server A. Hit OK. Okay, and then the next one. And for this lab, we just want to name this server, actually, student shares. And this would be our namespace server name. Okay, so student shares, and to edit the settings, let's see, administrators have full access, and other users have read-only access. Let's do other users have read access. Administrators have full access. Hit OK. And the next. And we want to use class 2050 student shares, domain based with 2008 mode. Next. It just goes over the settings, and then it's going to be creating it right now. So let's go ahead and wait for all this to be going through. Oh, that's it. Cool. No errors. Okay. So after this, you want to add a few namespace folders. So let's just do that real quick. So we new folder, and let's name this one DFS team 1 project. Okay, and then add and We can either browse or type the path. Let's just browse faster. And select Team 1 project. Hit OK, OK, OK. And we're just going to do that 3 more times. So you just do that. Team 2 project. Add. Team 2. OK, OK. I think it might have, no? No. Getting ahead of myself. Let's do new folder. See DFS team 1 data. Add. Why am I having such a difficult time? Let me just go back and check something real quick. So let's go to the share folder real fast. Maybe I skipped ahead. Could have. Probably did. Team 1 data. And okay. I think looks good to go. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue with this lab real quick. So let's go back over to our DFS management into the namespace and new folder, and let's name this folder team 1 data, and then add, browse, and let's go to show locations. Let's do okay. Team 1 data, okay. And yeah. Let's add one more folder. Name is team 2 data, add, browse. Okay, so we went ahead and just created the folder shares. Alright, so this next step we're going to be doing is just making sure that we are able to view our shared folders. So we're in server A right now, and I'm going to show you the folders that we just created in the DFS route. So we'll be opening up server manager, tools, DFS management, namespace, and double click. And there's our folders right there. And now let's just opening up this. Let's demonstrate accessing the shared folders using a UNC path on the run command. So this is the path I already have typed in. Hit OK, and there we have it. The other method, we are able to view our share folders. Okay, so I now have 2 servers hosting the student share namespace, and the folders for the projects are still only on server A, and the folders for data are still only on server B. So the namespace has some redundancy, but the shared folders do not. Now let's move on to the next step, and we'll be creating a replication group. So for this next step, we're going to be creating a replication group. So the very first thing we're going to do is open up your server manager, go to tools, DFS management, and we just want to go to replication, do new replication group. We want to do multi-purpose. Next, let's name it team file rep. Next, let's just add our 2 servers. Next, full mesh. Each member replicates with all other members of the replication group. Replicate continuously using the specified bandwidth. Full 24 hours a day. Primary member. This really doesn't matter. If the folders to be replicated already exist on multiple servers, the folders and files on the primary member will be authoritative during initial replication. So let's just do server B. Replicated folders, let's add them real quick. So the first one would be data. Alright. Let's hit next. These are the initial replicated folders. Hit next, and then next again. The replicated folder is disabled for all members except the primary member. Do you want to continue? Yes. So we edit. Now let's hit enabled. Keep the folder synchronized with other members. Local path of the folder to synchronize. Example C data. So browse, and we want to sync it with projects team 1. Okay. So we have projects team 1 synced with data team 2. Hit next. Did I do that with the first one? Let me just go back and do that real quick. Okay, next, create, success. Alright, so ADDS has a latency problem, so there will be a delay in the implementation of this replication group, so it'll be a minute. I'm going to pause it and let us do this thing real quick. Okay, for this last part we're just going to verify our replicated files. So let's go ahead and open up the run and type in the UNC that we'll be going to. For this lab, we have to verify access to Team 1 project file. Let's go ahead and go to it, and there it is. And let's go over to server B, run, open up Team 1 project file, and there we have it, and that's on server B. Okay, and then we have to shut down server B and demonstrate accessing the Team 2 data file after restart. So I'm just go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, and that's the last thing we typed. And let's see, actually, let's see. Let's keep this one shut down. Okay. And let's test this out real quick. See that. Okay. Should load any second now. I'm not sure why it's dragging behind. Server B's off. Yeah. I think it looks good. Okay.
Alright, and in conclusion, we install a DFS namespace, install the DFS application, configure DFS namespace, we set up shared folders on both servers, we create namespace between the two, and we configure DFS application with a replication group, and then we set up the servers as the primaries.